The gospel today speaks of the visit of Jesus to his hometown of Nazareth and describes how obstinate his fellow people are to him, that they don't even want to accept him at all. Today Jesus returns home, and at that time Jesus went to his hometown, and his disciples came with him. With the Sabbath coming and approaching, Jesus began teaching in the synagogue. When I was away at seminary in Granby and Ellicott City, Maryland, it always was good to come back to my home parish in Swansea, St. Michael's, which has been closed now like so many parishes in the Roman Catholic Church. But it was always great to come home, to see the people who helped you with your vocation, who supported you with your vocation, who love you. It was wonderful to come home in the summer. I used to come home for a couple of weeks in the summer, at Christmas and at Easter, and I would always go to Mass every day. It was great seeing everybody. But Jesus is getting just the opposite. He's getting kind of the brush off by these people. Like, isn't he just a carpenter's son? And isn't his mother Mary? You know, who is this guy to be teaching like this? Jesus, you notice, was not a rabbi in that particular synagogue. But even though he was not a rabbi, he was not a teacher, because that is what rabbi means, he started to preach and to teach the people there. This is a clear sign that the synagogue was there to express a person's own opinion. People could get up and express opinion, it seems. I don't know if we'd ever want to try that here 1 week and have people rotate on giving a homily. But in fact, it seems that this is what was done. For Jesus was not the rabbi of that community. But sometimes we learn more about God from the men and women around us. Men and women of simple faith than those that hold high degrees. Jesus did not hold a degree. Jesus really did not study with rabbis, with other rabbis. He didn't need to. Further in the Gospel of St. Mark, a little bit further down the road, there is an openness with the people of Galilee. Not so much Nazareth, but the people of Galilee wanted to hear him. But not his hometown. I find that incredible. His reaction in Nazareth was, please, you're nothing but carpenter's son. You've been with us all your life, and there's not much to you at all. I don't know why you're preaching in the synagogue. But the people of the Galilee accepted Jesus' teaching. They accepted it into their hearts. But the people of his own town, forget it. Why is that? Why do you think that happened? Jesus, the boy that they knew since he was born, how is it now that he's totally different? They grew up with him. What changed? They did not accept God's mystery found in Jesus. A human being, common person, someone that's known by all. He is too familiar to them. They know his family. Who is he to speak about God? Who is this character? They think that to be able to speak about God, he should be different from all of them. And now we can see not everything went well for Jesus in his life. There are only 2 times you will see in all of the Gospels, in all of the 4 Gospels, that Jesus is astonished. He's amazed. He's dumbfounded by the people. This is one of the times when he goes home. The conflict was not only with the people that he knew, but with the relatives. His own relatives were like, who the heck is this guy? They refused to believe in him because they could not understand the mystery of God embracing them. It's sometimes the same for us. We get too comfortable with Jesus. We think we know him. He is our brother. and we forget to listen to his words. We forget to listen to the gospel. What is the wisdom that Jesus has for us? That a carpenter's son, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph, Simon and Jude, is in fact the Messiah. The brothers and sisters of Jesus even probably had a problem with this. Now, when we hear the brothers and sisters of Jesus, we think of, Jesus had brothers and sisters. Well, the use of the word brothers and sisters in the New Testament could mean cousins. It's not that he had a brother or sister like I have Sheila and Darlene and Michael as his two brothers. These could have been cousins, and that's what, as Catholics, we believe. Catholics say that Mary had no other sons and that she was immaculate. And this is what we believe as Catholics. Protestants, on the other hand, believe a little bit differently. So today, we see Jesus going home and being derided by his family and friends. If you think that you know Jesus too well and you don't need to learn any more about him, then you're probably in the same boat as his family and his friends. But be open to what the Lord has. Don't become too familiar with him. Look at the Gospels, read the Gospels, get to know Jesus a little bit more. Every time, honest to God, every time I prepare a homily for Mondays or for Sundays, and I read the Gospel, I realize how much, after 60 years, I don't know. And that's all right. That's fine. We don't know it all. His relatives didn't know it all. They did not know who Jesus really was, that he was the Messiah. But today, and this week, take some time, crack open the gospel, even if you read a paragraph. You got time for that. If you take a little bit of time to know Jesus, you're going to see him in a most astounding way. For every time you read the Gospels, something fresh is going to jump out at you. Something new will be presented to you. And I can tell you, after 60 years, I'm amazed as much as Jesus was amazed at the lack of faith that the people in his hometown had. So let's not be like the people of his own hometown. Let's have eyes and hearts open to listen to his word so that he may produce a miracle in our lives. Amen?
Amen.